Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fashion Experiment. I'm Dr. Bridget, your professor of all things fashion. And today's lesson, I'm going to provide an overview of retailing. Like, what is retailing? Retailing is one of those general terms that encompasses a lot. And it's really the place where consumers encounter the fashion industry one-on-one on their own. So lots of e-commerce and online shopping and the traditional face-to-face retailing occurs, and it's where you meet the brand, you meet the product, you meet sales promotions, like all the work that happens in the fashion industry plays out for the customer in that retailing environment. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. So let's get started. So our retail store. What is retailing? Retailing is defined as the sale of merchandise, okay, or a service. And as I said before, it encompasses really everything that goes into the end result of what you and I see when we connect with a business, either virtually, through their website or through a retailing app or physically in the store. And this is really what drives the industry and where and how the business makes money in that retailing environment. And it encompasses so much, and I'm going to touch on all the areas. So there are three basic tasks of retailing. Number one, okay, because we're trying to make money, we have to get you to the store. I need to get you to that website. I need to get you to that retail app. I need to get you physically in the store. So that's why we use sales promotion. That's why we have marketing and advertising. And everywhere you look, from the moment you open your eyes and you pick up your phone, you see emails, you see pop-ups on your phone, you're getting text messages of promotions and businesses selling products, billboards, TV commercials if you turn on the TV, just marketing, advertising everywhere you look, because we know in the industry that we have to grab your attention. We have to motivate you some way to get you to our store, the physical store or the virtual store. All right, and then once we get your attention, you're scrolling through your social media platform and you see those ads, you see those products and services being promoted, and your interest is piqued, then I'm going to convert you to a customer, which means do whatever I can to encourage you to make a purchase. So I'm selling you the product now. I'm going to share the benefits of the product, the benefits of the service, pricing information, all types of information I'm going to share with you to turn you into a customer, to get you to spend some money. And then thirdly, we want to operate the business as efficiently as possible. So that focuses on really the management aspects of it, ensuring that we have the proper inventory, ensuring that our retail prices are priced in a manner that's going to allow us to make a profit, and other things like that, like scheduling, training our staff to make sure our salespeople are knowledgeable and able to sell products. All those things relate to the efficiency of operating the retail business. All right. All right, so how do you get customers into the store? And I touched on it a little bit, but it's really important. Advertising, promoting, merchandising, and word of mouth. So we know, as I said, how much we see advertising and marketing in our personal environments. So, we're all familiar with that. Visual merchandising is a whole career path and whole separate area of the industry and part of retailing. And I'll share, a separate video on that. But it really is just creating that overall shopping experience, either virtually or physically, that makes the experience inviting and also provides some guidance to the customer so that when they step into the store, it's beautiful lighting, everything is lit up and bright, it's spacious, I can move through the store, everything is organized in a manner where the customer can, look at the guiding signs and find exactly what they're looking for. It's all those elements that play into creating an inviting shopping experience for the customer. So visual merchandising is essential because no one wants to show up in a store virtually or physically and, just be in a mess and be lost and not able to find what they like. There are some businesses that I like, but their websites are horrible because I can't find anything. I can't navigate through it. And so I choose not to shop with them. So, they're losing my business. And the same is true in a physical store. Who wants to shop in a messy, junky store? No one. So you need your visual merchandising. It's very important. And then word of mouth. So word of mouth is something that you can't control as a retail establishment, but if you do your advertising and your promotion right, if you do your visual merchandising right, if you're providing a product and a service that's doing what you claim it's supposed to do, then your word of mouth is going to, sell itself, sell the product itself. So that's how you get your customer into the store. All right. How now do we convert the consumer to a customer? We do that through great customer service and through merchandising. So merchandising, again, is part of the retailing process, and that relates to anything related to your product. So first of all, your product offerings. What products are you actually offering to your customer? What is the variety that you're offering? And that relates to the sizing, the colors, the variety of styles. How frequently are you changing out your inventory or updating your inventory? Because number one, you get your consumer in the store, okay, and your store is appealing and shoppable, so it's inviting. That visual merchandising is in play there. But then I walk around and I'm shopping the racks and I don't see anything I like, or I don't see anything that's trendy, I don't see my size. That's the merchandising. So you got to get the right product in there, the right product for the right customer at the right time. All that is merchandising. And it's a process, and it's an ongoing process. And it's a long process that never ends. Okay. And that's why merchandising is a whole career path, a whole degree that you can earn, because there's a lot that goes into it. All right. So once we know that we have the right products in the right assortment, perfect colors, on trend, sizes that my customer is looking for, price right for my target market, then customer service is essential. When the customer comes in, you and I come to the store, we find what we want. Okay, now we want to pay for it. And we want that checkout process to be smooth. We want the salesperson to be knowledgeable enough to ring us up and not have any problems, taking my money, taking my card, and bag my things up and send me on my way with have a nice day and come back soon. Customer service is important. That element of physical connection, if I'm in a physical store, and just the smoothness and the ease that you're able to finish the sale process, and branding. What is the message that the business is sending about who they are and the type of products that they sell? So branding is very important because that is the perception that we have as consumers about a business and about the products that they sell. So if we think the business is, horrible because they sell bad quality things that break and don't last and fade and the seams bust when you wear it, then that's a negative brand message. And that's going to translate to me not wanting to spend my money with that business. And that's what the brand is. A brand is the idea, the messaging behind the product, and that's created. It's created. So we know lots of different brands in the fashion industry. There's high-end brands and manufacturer brands. I'm not going to name any, but everything is branded, is what I want to communicate. And the brand is just the messaging behind the product, what the business tells you about who they are and the products that they sell and what you can expect the product to do. And that messaging is what is connected to their marketing. The marketing message is who they are and what they sell and what they want you to come and purchase, and the belief about what you believe you're going to get from them. That's all branding. And those are other ways that businesses use, strategies that businesses use to sell products. They're selling you, an idea, and that this product is going to solve your problem. This product, if you wear it, is going to, make you feel beautiful, make you look beautiful. That's the whole branding message of cosmetics. It's going to illuminate your eyes, these lashes, this eyeshadow, this contour. It's going to bring out your skin tone. They're making promises through their branding, through their marketing strategies and the messages that they put out to the public. And now those are things that draw you in, that draw you and I in, motivate us to go spend money. All right. Next, and this is a big one, how do retailers ensure they are operating efficiently? And I have here planning, and more planning. There's so much that goes into the process of stocking a business with product. Okay, so you just imagine you and I shopping in a physical store. We walk in and we see the racks, we see, fixtures, and they're empty. It's like, well, where's all the product? How does it get there? It gets there by the work of fashion buyers, fashion merchandisers, and planners. And it's an ongoing process, and it requires extensive planning. So I have here bulleted my 4-5-4 retail calendar. And this is the guide that merchandisers and buyers and planners, product developers really use to establish a season. And I absolutely have to do videos on each of these concepts because they're very detailed. There's layers and layers of process that go into creating the plan. But just understand that everything that happens in retailing, in the fashion industry, is based on a schedule, an established schedule that is generated, populated for the entire industry. Okay, from individuals working in textile mills who create fabrics, who then sell those fabrics to manufacturers, and the manufacturers turn the fabrics into finished garments, into clothing. And then that finished garment is sold to retail establishments. So because, and this is the supply chain, because there are so many players in the supply chain and one player depends on the other. Hey, if the textile mill doesn't get the fabric produced in a timely manner so that they can pass it off to the manufacturer who needs it to create the finished garment, who then has to sell the finished garment to the retail stores, if they don't work on the calendar, you're going to walk into a retail establishment and there's going to be empty racks. So you have to follow the plan. You have to stay on schedule so that everyone gets what they need when they need it, so the finished product can get to the store and be sold to you and I. And then the process, and it's really a circle, circular process, just continues on and on and on and on. Textile mill creating the fabric, takes the finished fabric to the manufacturer turns that fabric into a garment, a product, shirts and pants and jackets handbags and hats and socks, undergarments, all the products that we sell and wear and use. Then the manufacturer sells those finished products to a retail establishment and they put them in their stores. So you have to plan, stick to the schedule so that you and I can continue to shop and buy and spend our money and shop and buy and spend our money and keep that cycle of money and consumerism just rolling. All right, this was a really quick overview of retailing and the whole process and the different layers that go into it. I'm going to continue this lesson, as I said before, and share more details about some of the pieces, visual merchandising, fashion buying, and that dollar planning and that 454 retail calendar, so you can get a better, deeper understanding of what all those concepts are and how it all plays in to retailing. So come back for more. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye, everyone.